Hi there, this is Allan Ostler with Ask Realty Pro, and I hope you're having a great day. Today, I'd like to discuss the topic of buying a home and why owning is more affordable than renting for the majority of the country. All right, so let's get into it. So recently I was reading an article on Adam data, and it showed the statistics, but it depends on where you live exactly. Many people who are thinking about buying a home this year may have already pressed the pause button on their plans due to rising home prices. But that shouldn't stop you. Maybe you put a pause on because of increased mortgage rates, the noise that you've heard in the market, whatever the reason. But before you dig in too deep and refuse to buy, there's something you should consider. According to the latest report from Adam Data, they are claiming that the statistics show that owning a home is more affordable than renting in the majority of the country. So let's get over and share my chart here and the article. All right, so here in purple, it's might be better off to buy, and in green, maybe better off to rent. So if we zoom in onto our location here in South Florida, you can see that the green, rent, is pretty much throughout the South. And as you head north, Port St. Lucie, it starts to go to the buy. But there's a few things that they don't really cover here, according to this latest report. They're claiming that the statistics show that owning a home is more affordable than renting in the majority of the country, but they're not exactly comparing all of the different factors that are involved. But let's go ahead and read the report here. One of the quotes here was that owning a home, let's read it here. Owning a median price home is more affordable than the average rent on a 3-bedroom property in 666 or 58% of the 1,154 US counties analyzed for the report. That means major home ownership expenses consume a smaller portion of average local wages than renting. All right. And then another economist in the article went on and explained that, well, her name was Molly Bossell, I guess that's how you say it. She was a principal economist at CoreLogic, and she went on to say that the importance of what the data showed is something that all people should consider. Let me quote her. Single family rent growth hits its 6th consecutive record high annual rent growth. It was more than 3 times that of a year earlier. Rent growth should continue to be robust in the near term, especially as the labor market continues to improve. So let's hold on for a minute here and ask the question, what does that mean for you? While it's true, home prices and mortgage rates are rising, so are monthly rents. And as a prospective buyer, rising rates and prices shouldn't be enough to keep you on the sideline, though. All right. So in this chart, you can see that rents continue to skyrocket on detached houses. Attached, not as much, but still going up. 12.1% in a little over a year rise in home prices. I mean, year over year percentage of single family rent growth in the year. So as the chart shows, rents are skyrocketing, especially as we pointed out earlier in South Florida. But the big difference is when you rent, that rising cost benefits your landlord's investment strategy and not necessarily your own. So the landlord's getting wealthier, and that increases the wealth gap between you as a buyer and the renters out there. Home ownership has continued to increase the wealth gap, and home equity growth has increased an average of $56,700 in just the last few years. So that means that the powers that be will do whatever it takes to continue to make sure that consumers feel that wealth effect and go out there and spend into the economy. So buying a property and investing with the right strategy is still a far better store of wealth than renting, hands down. All right, so you can see there is a big difference when you rent, and that rising costs benefits your landlord's investment strategy, but that doesn't deliver any sort of return for you if you're a renter. In contrast, when you buy a home, your monthly mortgage payment serves as a form of a forced savings account, I guess you could say. And over time, as you pay down your loan and as home values rise, you're building up that equity cushion, which is why I call it the savings account. And I guess by extension, you're building your own net worth instead of somebody else's, like your landlord's. So all this does not make mention that you'll be locking in also the low mortgage payment, and that will be fixed depending on your loan for a duration of, well, typically 15 or 30 years. People get a mortgage for, which also gives you a stable and reliable monthly payment. And it's something that you can count on as costs and inflation continue to rise. When asking yourself if you should keep renting or if it's time to buy, think about what some of these experts are saying, like the chief product officer over there at Adam Data. Let's read one of his quotes. He says that homeownership still remains the more affordable option for an average worker in a majority of the country because it still takes up a smaller portion of their pay. If buying takes up a smaller portion of your pay and has benefits that renting can't provide, the question really becomes, is renting really worth it at all? I don't think so. But again, the statistics and your situation may vary. But I know it's tough. It's tough to buy a house in a low inventory market that we're having right now, especially if you're using mortgage loans like a VA loan or a FHA mortgage. But that's kind of where I come in. What I want to do is I want to help you in weighing your options between renting and buying. And I want to help educate you or help in making your decision, because it's important to look at the full picture. And while buying a home can feel like a stressful, daunting process, having a trusted advisor on your side is going to be the key difference in whether or not you're successful at it or not. So I've been investing and doing real estate for 20 plus years. I'm currently purchasing houses in this market and building my personal portfolio. In fact, I just bought a house yesterday, but anyways, get off the topic here. The point is, don't trust any old realtor to purchase your home or your next investment. What you want is somebody who's the best at what they do, and somebody who can use techniques and strategies that other agents aren't using or don't even know about to get you into a great position on your next house, and to also get you in there faster and with far less headaches. So if you have any hesitation, please don't. Let's connect. Let's explore your options so that you can learn more about the benefits of homeownership, and reach out to me. And let's just move forward. Let's get you something and start socking away or putting away equity and having that savings account and equity build up. And if you're out there renting, we have strategies and solutions that can also help you in preparing your finances and your credit. So reach out to me. Thank you for your time, and please don't forget to also subscribe to our channel. And if you want more information and advice, please don't hesitate to ask. You can also find me at our Facebook group. My Facebook group is facebook.com/askrealtypro. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.